Uh-huh. Okay, so Deanna says that, nope, tell me when.
Okay, you're good.
All right, Deanna's just updating Zoom. She'll be on temporarily. So
Okay.
first stage is I called the meeting to order, Eric.
That is correct. You have a copy of the agenda in front of you? Maybe
Oh,
not.
sure. I printed it out and put it someplace super safe.
That's excellent. Good plan. But yes, call to order.
Call to order, meeting beginning at 7:05 p.m.
All right. Next thing would be, all right.
Roll call.
Nope, actually, it's the Pledge of Allegiance. Come on. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Find my screen. Why am I not sharing? All righty, food all like to rise.
I have the agenda now, Eric.
Okay, no problem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
to the flag, the United
Of the United
States,
States of America and to the
to the
republic
republic
I
Which
wish
which
to
it
stands
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
liberty
liberty and
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 justice
justice
for all.
All right.
All right, now the roll call.
Now the roll call. I will call the roll because Noreen is not here this evening.
Thank you, Eric.
Okay.
Teresa Avey is excused. Hunter Gillen.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Kathy LaPierre.
Here, present.
Cliff Stam. Marissa Lindsay. Paul Lindsay.
Here.
Thank you. Fernando Rosa. Oh, I saw him. Well,
His name is there. He's on mute.
okay. All right, I will mark him as here. Deanna Rainey. She's not in yet. Okay. And Tiffany.
Here.
Okay. So we have enough for the meeting, so we're good to go. So the next item is the approval of minutes from the last meeting.
All right, may I have,
Motion and a second for that.
there you go, motion Kathy. Anybody want a second?
Hunter Gillen will second.
Thank you, Hunter. And the minutes are approved from last month's meeting. Thank you.
You do have to vote.
Oh, we have to
Nope.
vote.
Yep.
Everybody, thank you, Eric.
We'll get used
Just
to
so
it.
we're clear.
Everybody who's in agreement for approving the minutes from July 3rd of last month, please say aye.
Hi.
Any nays?
Okay,
All
Thank
right, they pass.
they do. Right.
And now we come into public participation.
That is correct.
All right,
Just-
does anybody, Matt, I see you're on, Paul. I mean, does
We
anyone
do
want to
have some,
speak?
we do have someone with their hand raised that's in the room.
Okay.
Mr. McCarthy, you may go ahead, sir. You can unmute yourself.
Okay, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, sir.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just curious, in the last TPZ meeting, Paul had talked about a, I don't know, let me get the words right here. Town Center Economic Development. And I was wondering if that was gonna fall under your guys' auspice.
I can speak to that if you're done or when you're done.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. That was that's the gist of the question. I just wanted to know, I know you guys have got all kinds of other stuff on your plate and everything like that, but I was just curious, because the Hartford Hospital pulled their deal, and Paul said that there was gonna be a commission or something, or some committee that's gonna look at the downtown area. And I was just wondering, the economic development, and I didn't know if you guys were gonna be participating in that at all.
All right.
So
So
I'll
what
let Eric answer. Yeah.
So the Economic Development Commission will just be cursorily involved with this. They may have a member on the overall committee. I don't know. That is going to be run through the Planning and Zoning Office. The contract was awarded. It has been signed. And basically it's a market study of the downtown area. It includes the Hartford Hospital property, Keeney, Market Square, Best Market, the area. So the contract did just get signed. So there's going to be some internal kickoff meetings in the next few weeks. And then there'll be some broader things coming out where they're going to be including members of the public. They're going to have a presence at, we hope, at some upcoming events, townwide events. We weren't able to get everything squared away for them to be at the extravaganza, but there's the Waterfall Festival. There's other things that potentially they could show up at. There will be some also public participation with some, we anticipate some charrettes and different things like that. So there will be some engagement with the public and different boards and commissions and members of the town.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Bill. Anybody else?
No one else online, Tiffany, at the moment?
Okay, awesome. All right. Kathy, do we have a Chamber of Commerce report? And thank you, Bill, for
So-
your participation.
So I did speak with the Chamber of Commerce, and I will be getting their list of membership. And I also met with the assessor's office because the chamber usually gets the list. I'm sorry, the clerk's office. The chamber gets their list whenever the clerk's office has new businesses register in town for whatever purpose they need to register. So I will be getting both the list from the chamber and the list from the clerk's office and some assistance from Eric when businesses are established in town. So right now, that was kind of just the homework that I did last week. So it was made very explicit that the list that I got from the chamber is not for mass mailings or any other purpose other than to figure out. I think we're still figuring out how we interact with the chamber and our roles, but our goal is to have eventually a master list of all the businesses in town. So I think we're just kind of weeding through what information is out there.
Yeah, correct. And
But
that's
I'm collecting it from all the sources that we have.
Yeah, no, Kathy, nice job. And mostly with the I knew there was a list of new businesses, but it's the clerk's office. Interesting. All right, nice job. Yeah. At least that's a good starting off point for us.
It is.
Just to clarify a bit, the for the clerk's office, it's typically only if they file trade name certificates
Okay.
for their business. Those are the ones get recorded. So you may not get every business in town that's going to file that because some don't for whatever reasons. They don't necessarily have to. So, and that information.
And that's just kind of it. It sounds like there's a lot of gaps in this. So if they're like Eric explained to me that unless they have to apply for permits or change names or something else, it may not come to the attention of the town. So some of this is going to be just our reconnaissance of being out in the community.
Yeah.
Right. But the stuff you get from the clerk's office, those trade name certificates, that is public information because it's filed. So you can do what you wish.
No, thank you, Eric. That's good information to know. All right. And moving on to old business now. Small Business Saturday. I know we spoke about this last month. We're still working on that. That's going to be definitely something we're going to have to sit down with. It's going to be here. I hate even to say that, but it's going to be here before we know it. So the small business, I know. I think someone at the studio just told me tonight that it's 25 more Fridays till Christmas or the holidays. So there it is, people. So Small Business Saturday, we're definitely going to be doing some sort of event to bring awareness to small businesses. And not in any business really in Newington. Correspondence with downtown landlords. Kathy, is that something you said you were going to handle? refresh my memory on that?
I'm not sure that we got too far on that. We were coming up with, once we get our lists of information, I think that's where we have to backtrack to and then introduce ourselves. So that's definitely something else. Once we find out who we are reaching out to. And Eric, is there, I guess, maybe this is a two-part question. Every business in town is not necessarily a landlord. We have to go by the buildings in town. So how do I find all the landlords in town? That's the assessor's office?
So, yes, so the assessor's office, they will list the owner of record of the property or the parcel. So if you have a large building on that, it may be owned by CBG LLC in Westport, and that's going to be your property owner. And obviously probably the landlord, unless they have a local property manager that's running it for them.
Does the assessor's office break down commercial properties versus residential? Is that a list I could get?
You could probably develop some kind of list like, yes. The answer to that is yes.
Okay. Okay.
You could get something. What I would probably do if you're going to ask for lists is just all properties, all parcels in Newington, but exclude residential zone properties.
Okay. Okay.
That way you'll get commercial, industrial, you'll get all that stuff.
Multi-use. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
List of all properties not residential.
Something like that. See what they can do for you there.
Each meeting, I learn a little something else, and then I have to run back and do my homework. I'm sorry. Be patient with
No.
us.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
no,
it's fine.
Yeah, no, this is kind of what where we should be right now, Kathy.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
At
All
least
right.
at least in my limited 2 cents opinion. So
I
Eric
mean,
can tell us otherwise.
the only thing you'll miss out, not that you'll miss out on, but you won't grab because it doesn't know is somebody might be running a home-based business out of their residence, but the assessor's not going to know. I mean, know that they're just going to know property owners.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
All right. So I guess that's another
piece of the puzzle.
another task. Yeah. So that's another one on my list to try to accomplish. Let me highlight that so I know to go chase that. It's not going to happen next week. I am actually taking a vacation, but when I get back, I will talk to the assessors. Actually, I'll shoot an email and see what we can get by email.
Okay.
So
No.
I don't feel like you have to go crazy with that, Kathy. That was kind of on there for us to ask Eric about the downtown landlords. We
Okay.
were getting updates from him at every meeting about Best Market Plaza or the Keeney building or if there was anything going on. So that's why that had been on the agenda.
Okay. Well, I can start
He's
chipping
just
away
been
at it
updating
because
us the last couple months.
okay, we are leaning very heavily on you, Eric. We appreciate you very much.
No
It's like
problem.
wrangling cats with all of us.
Cats on ice.
Just
Just kidding.
All right, Dee, I'm
Oh.
handing you the conch. You take over now. Well, I can
Oh,
let me.
you're good. You're doing great.
Oh no,
I figured it's
I'll
going to be a
jump.
brief meeting.
Yeah, I'll jump on 3 since I was handling the business questionnaire. I was on
Perfect.
vacation in July, so this is
yes.
coming together. By next meeting, I will definitely have a rough draft of a questionnaire to go out, and hopefully using that springboard for the Waterfall Festival or whatever we decide on to kind of get that questionnaire out into the world. And we still have to figure out, what's the best. I think Google will probably be the best forms to use, but we can discuss that next meeting when everything's set.
Cool. All right. Are we good on old biz then?
I think you've covered that. Yes.
All righty.
So go ahead, Dee, you can take over. On to new business.
New business. I think the only thing that's under there is potential for
Right.
like an EDC event. And I think we had kind of talked about maybe even making that like a smaller thing to see if it's something that could be a bigger thing, like doing something once the community room opens up, Jim's coffee shop in the fall. I know Eric brought up he's gonna have space, like meeting space,
Mhm.
and maybe we can do like a get together there for some businesses. Just putting like a little call out, coffee hour, come meet us, let's chat kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe the mayor can come hang out with us that day. I don't, maybe we can talk about it more in the fall. Because it's looking from what I understand, it's looking like community room is gonna open October-ish.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's last time I spoke to him, that's what he was thinking of, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's stay away from September because with the start of school and everybody's schedules,
that too.
yeah, it's so hard in September.
Yeah. And we'll give him some time to open and, whatever, but so we can talk about it more into the fall.
Okay.
Did we have any other new business?
That's all that's on the agenda.
Yeah, this time is funny. This time of year, everybody's on vacation, in and out. It's been a little lean this past couple
Oh,
weeks.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and we're kind of gearing up more for the fall. We're kind of setting our
Yeah.
stacks up. So
Yeah,
plenty to do.
yeah.
All right. Anything else? Oh, I apologize for my tardiness.
Oh, it's
It's like
fine.
my first Zoom.
No worries.
Phone decided to do a whole new download.
There you go.
All right. Do you have anything else?
Well, I do have some questions for Eric. Eric, do you have an update? I know last time meeting, I wanted to ask about where the TJI Fridays building was. You said there was a restaurant going in there?
Someone did submit plans for that. They put up a temporary banner and then it came down very recently. So I don't
Oh.
know. I haven't heard one way or the other.
I
Whether
didn't know if it just blew down. Because
it's
the
possible
wind.
they were given they're supposed to get a permit for banners anyway. But they didn't apply for it either. So I don't know what the status there is, honestly.
All
I
right.
haven't heard anything since the plans got dropped off. I'll talk to the building official tomorrow and see if anything got withdrawn, but not that I'm aware of. Nothing has at the moment. So, but I
Okay,
haven't
yeah.
seen activity
The reason
either.
the reason I'm asking is actually because of the banner, because all of a sudden it disappeared. So,
Okay.
And as you all are probably aware, Big Lots is officially closing.
I know.
I've heard. That's disappointing.
Bob's, we know, has
Is
closed.
Bob's really closing, or is that a lie too?
No, Bob's has done this before, but they seem to be more on the closing end this time. I think because they're under they were in bankruptcy court in Delaware, and that was part of the thing. So I know they still got their banners up and stuff, and people said that they're still open, kind of. So I'm unsure.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
have to do that homework, Eric? Do you look into stuff like that when they tell you they're closing, or?
Not necessarily. I mean, I kind of keep my eye on just general economic things, especially for the retailers when they start talking about, oh, somebody might start closing stores and whatnot. I always just kind of keep an eye on tabs on it for not that I'm going to know anything ahead of anybody else, but it's at least it's good to know that if, there's stores in Newington that are on a target list to be closed, um, just to keep on it.
Yeah. Is there is something going in that Pier 1 location?
So that's approved for a cannabis retailer.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's our third one.
wow. All right.
Yeah.
But they haven't been doing any work there. But they have other things, they have other hoops they have to jump through with the state to get all their,
Hmm.
licenses in order and everything. So, but they are approved for that location. Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Interesting. All right. And then we go back to
Have we heard anything from Keeney?
We
No.
have Yep. We have on our end, we are in discussions with their attorney. They do have plans submitted that have been reviewed, and we're, going through different things with the plans to get them squared away.
To move forward with their plan, you mean?
That is the plan, yes. As
Gotcha.
far as I know,
Okay.
yes. Yes.
Do
Gotcha.
they have any anchors for that space yet?
I am not
know
aware of, I'm not aware of any tenants.
Okay.
Anything, yeah.
I haven't been, that nothing has been divulged about that.
Okay.
Got it.
Next week at Planning and Zoning, the trampoline parks application will be heard for Best Market Store.
Yay.
Okay.
So we hope that that goes smoothly and start, at least get some families downtown, start to activate that area. And
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
good.
great.
maybe that will improve the tenancy at that plaza as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eric,
well,
I,
the
I-
whole plaza looks good.
yeah, I do have a question about that plaza. I know we were talking about the downtown landlords, but the
Mhm.
plaza itself has so many holes in it. And I mean, it's such a pain just to drive through it, period. Is there something we could do? But besides introducing ourselves, is there anything that we can do to have the landlord or take care of providing a better parking experience, driving experience?
Better parking experience. So we did meet out there maybe a month or so ago with the trampoline tenant. The plaza owner was there, or we had discussions about a lot of those things. He agreed to do some parking lot repairs, restriping, potentially some landscaping at some point in the future as well. Some general stuff, Sky Zone trampoline park, they're going to have their own color brands and everything. So, that end will definitely get a little sprucing up, so to speak. And then going forward, like we said, we hope once he gets a large anchor tenant in there, that he can start doing some other things.
Okay.
But otherwise, I did remove him from the blight list. They had cleaned up, the whole rear was cleaned up. They've been keeping it much better. So right now we're good on that point as well. So
Okay. No,
I
thank you for
heard
that.
a new barber shop was going in to where Garrett's moved out too.
that is correct. It's the barber shop that was
On Main
By
Street,
Yanni?
Main and Stoddard.
287 Main. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. But I
Yeah.
talked to the new potential tenant last week. He called me about something. I can't remember exactly what, but he seems excited. So
Great.
Yeah.
I don't know what his timeline is for moving in.
Yeah. So there's really only a couple other openings in that plaza.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's great.
So
Like you said, getting some life down there. So
That would be
Yeah.
good.
yeah. See how that goes.
awesome.
Are we on to public participation?
We are on to
We are.
the second version of public participation. Go ahead, Mr. McCarthy. Sorry.
I'll just say thanks for all your work. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks.
Mr. Plord, please.
Thank you, Eric. I'll just say the same. Matt Plord, 258 Audubon Avenue. Just thanks. Thanks so much for everything that you guys do. Jumping on a Wednesday night on Zoom, which is not always the most fun thing to do. Appreciate all that you do. And like Eric said, with regards to the town center, planning process that's going to happen there, I think it's going to be so great to work with this group and other groups assembled in town, of businesses, of community leaders, of folks interested in, in seeing some new life in our center, being involved in that process. So really looking forward to that partnership. And let us know how we can help. Thanks.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, no one else has their hand raised. Commissioner comments.
So I guess I'm going to make a comment that I am very curious about the group that you are contracting, that the town is contracting with to evaluate. I'd like to, I imagine most of this is going to be very visible to the public, and it's going to be up to me to pay attention to that when everything's published, but I'd like to see and listen to what's happening. And I think as the Economic Development Committee, we have a responsibility to, I don't want to use too strong of a word, influence, or they're an outside company coming in to look at our town and to see what it looks like through somebody else's eyes. But I think a lot of us have heard the same complaints from people in town. We know the community and some of the things that people have been asking for. So will there be a dedicated opportunity for us to have a conversation with them, or should it be our responsibility to be available when they are present in the community?
So we have an idea of how they're going to go about. They're going to do some pop-up events, I'm told, and some other things. A lot of, the public outreach is pretty strong.
Good.
And the firm is Colliers, by the way, just so that the contract's signed. So that's fine to
Okay.
put that out there. So like I said, we're going to have some internal meetings to get the focused town employee team, working with them, and then they're going to start their public outreach and stuff. And it might be them, like I said, they had talked about doing pop-up events, whatever, walking around downtown, meeting people. So there may be a larger group involved, and we, if that's the case, can certainly, anything I think you guys, I will email you and let you know as the group, hey, this is going to be happening with this downtown
Okay.
development, something you guys can be active in, whether it's as as a group or business owners or however you want to do it, or as the EDC. So you will be aware. I mean, obviously, do your own stuff and watch out for things, But anything I hear about that I'm aware of, I'll certainly shoot it out to you guys and make you
Thank
aware.
you.
I think Matt has
I
his
think
hand. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think the Waterfall Festival would be very important for them to be at and have access to a lot of people at the same time and see what our community is about, in the hopes that we have good weather and it actually happens this year. But
I
all right,
believe the intent is to participate in that event.
good. Okay, thank you, Eric. Yes, if you keep us in the loop, I personally would like that very much.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I just wanted to add, if it's all right, Kathy, to your question. This is something that we really wanted to do, from the start back in, in the fall. And really the main intention behind it is the process. They're going to come up with a product at the end, something like a master plan, and that's going to be helpful and that's going to be useful and important. But the process of that public participation, of that collaboration with different stakeholders in the public, that I think is the most important part of the whole thing that we're going to endeavor to do. So, they are an external consulting firm, but they're there to facilitate that collaboration in that process and give us some structure to gather that stakeholder comment and then make sure that we can act on it. So just to your point, which I think is so important, that's center to it.
Thank you. Still learning the process. So they're not leading the charge. We're looking to them for information. They're information gathering, or like you said, giving us a structure to work around.
Right. So they're going to provide economic review. They're going to review infrastructure.
Okay.
They're going to review land uses. They're going to do all these things. They're going to look at our zoning regulations to say, hey, this zoning regulation doesn't work in this town. Maybe you guys want to consider tweaking it. And, they're going to give us suggestions and ideas, and TPZ will have to follow through with that. But that's the idea, is to get, what's marketable down there? What does the market bear? What is, obviously, what is this Hartford hospital property? What's its highest and best use? What's going to be good for the community? What's going to be good for the town? And they're going to give us, it's not going to say, here's a plan, follow this. It's going to be, this is a guide. This is a guidebook for you to use. Here's all the tools. Here's the information. because we looked at the economics of it as well, not just, hey, that's great, let's blast a bunch of housing up there, you know. So
Okay.
that's, yeah, they're going to look at all those things, and you know, and we'll see what the market will bear, because that's what it is. They're comparing it to the market and what's going on now currently, and what they project in the future.
Wow,
Thank
this
you,
is
both of you.
exciting.
That was very
Yeah,
helpful.
that's
Yeah,
that's exciting
it's
stuff going
exciting.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big undertaking, and that master plan basically it'll be a plan of the downtown, what they envision, you know, with our input. You know, they're not just going to throw this out and say, hey, here you go. It's gonna, you know, we're gonna have some input in it, because, you know, maybe we want to connect things down there. We want to have connectivity. We still want to have open space, green space, all these other things, but also make it a nice walkable area for the businesses that exist, and for future residents that are nearby or maybe built there, you know.
Yeah, love it.
Excellent.
Mostly since my business is down there, and I would love to do like a scarecrow contest and all this fun stuff. So yeah, yeah, thank you, Matt. Yeah, let's get it going.
I'm here for it. Sounds good.
All right, I know who to call on then, Matt. Um, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. So my comments are just thank you to everybody. Eric, you always come with such great information and guidance for us, and thank you. And it's wonderful that we're on Zoom. I like meeting in person much better, but hopefully everyone's having a great summer and getting some time away to refill their cups, because we're going to have to come back in September and hit the ground running. We have a lot of stuff, a lot of exciting stuff coming up. So, and now I'm done.
Anybody, any other
Awesome.
commissioners? Comments? No? Well,
Paul has his hand up.
Oh, yeah,
Paul?
Paul.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's just, the Zoom is a little bit tough. Are we meeting in person next time, or how's that working?
We should be back to meeting in person because of the early voting. That's why we were kicked out of the room this month.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
thanks.
Zoom is not fun. Next
I was
month.
I was on my computer last time and the voice wasn't working, so you could see me, but you couldn't hear me.
Gotcha. We can hear you now.
No, we got both now,
Excellent.
Paul.
All right. So I guess if there's nothing else and you guys would like to adjourn, you'll need a motion and all that good stuff.
Tiffany motions.
Kathy seconds.
All right, all in favor?
I
Aye.
Aye. All right, have a good rest of the summer,
All right.
Thank you,
too.
guys.
You guys well.
guys.
Thanks.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Oh, I guess I should get off.
That's okay.
Have a
I'll
good
kick
night, Eric.
You too. Kick everybody.